Good morning, students. We will continue with string operations today. So, we could say there are 5 major string operations or string functions. Number 1 is string length. strlen. That's the function name. Second one is string compare. strcmp. Okay. Third one is string reverse. strrev. Okay. Fourth one is string copy. strcpy. String copy. Then fifth one is string concat. strcat. Okay. So these are basically the functions of string. Okay. Now what is the purpose of string length? String length usually outputs the length of a given string. Okay. Suppose you have given a string, you want to calculate the length of the string, then you can directly apply the string length function to get the length of the string. Similarly, string compare, what it does is it takes two string and compares it. Okay, you just have to call string compare and give the parameters of the two strings that you want to compare. Okay, if the comparison results in 0, that means both are not same. If the string compare function returns 1, that means both the strings are same. Okay, don't worry about, we will discuss about it. I am just briefing you. What is string reverse does? String reverse outputs the reverse of a string. Suppose you have given the string as Ram, it will output as mar. Okay. Then we have been given string copy. So string copy, what it does is copies the exact string to other string variable. Okay. Suppose we have taken two strings str1, str2, and you want str2 be in str1. Then what we can do is we can use the string copy function so that the source will come into destination. Okay. Next is string concat. String concat, what it does? It appends two strings. It joins two strings. Suppose string 1 is SKDAV. Okay, and string 2 is SKDAV Polytechnic. Okay, so string 1 is SKDAV, string 2 is Polytechnic. So what we can do, we can join these two strings using string cat, and the resulted string will be SKDAV Polytechnic as a whole. Okay, I hope you got the idea, and we will see the program of each one of this now. Okay, so that it will become more clearer for you. So before moving to string functions, first let me tell you there are very two important operations which we usually use in string is getS, putS, where S is a string, variable. Okay. So what is getS? getS means when you want to read an entire line of string. Okay. You may ask, ma'am, हम लोग तो scanf use करके input ले लेते थे. Now why getS? See, in scanf what happens? Suppose I give an entire line. Suppose I say scanf %s and I am taking a name. Suppose in scanf. Now you gave the name as suppose Ram Gupta. This is the name you inputted, okay, in scanner. Now when you printf, what will you print? Suppose name. This is what we want to print, okay. Now what will be printed exactly here is Ram. It's just Ram, not Ram Gupta. Why? Because in scanf, it takes only one, it reads the character until it reaches a white space. Once it reaches a white space, it doesn't take the entire line. Okay, so it just takes the word and displays it. But this is not what we want, right? This is very for limited usage. But with getS, if we replace this with getS, so how does we write getS? Suppose we write getS name, then you can simply write an entire statement like I study CS in SKDAV. Suppose this is your sentence. Then if I write puts, that is printf, it is same as it is, analogous to printf. GetS is analogous to scanf. It is used for inputting. Puts is used for outputting or printing. Okay. So puts name. So here what it will print? The exact same thing. I study CS in SKDAV. I hope you get the idea. So these are more efficient, much more efficient, especially in string operations. While dealing with string in C, we always try to use, it's best practice to use getS and puts. Okay. So I wanted you people to be clear in this before we move to string functions. Okay. So now we will start with string functions. So number one, first is string length, strlen. Okay, we will see a program of this. So suppose I say hash include stdio.h. Okay, now with main function, what we are doing? We are declaring a string. Okay, so I will say character, let's say 5, and the name is equal to what? Ramu, R-A-M-U. Okay. So what is the string length? We want to find the string length. So I will say int length is equal to, now all we have to do, trust me, all we have to do is put the string length and give the argument of that string that we find, whose length we want to find. So what we have to do here is strlen, string length. What is the variable of the string? Name. So we want to find the length of Ramu. So string length will automatically calculate the length and it will be stored in which variable? Length variable that we declare. All we have to do is print the length. So printf what? Length. So %d length. Okay. Then return 0. So this is the program. I hope it's clear to you. Okay. So this is what the program does. We are taking a name here and the space is allocated as Ramu, R-A-M-U, and null. So what will it return? I am telling you how the string length is working. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is indexing. You know about array indexing. Okay, in computer application we studied it thoroughly. So this is what indexing is. Now the number of character return, you can think of string length as the index of null character. So what will it return? 4. What is the index of the last character? Index of last character is null character is 4, isn't it? So it will return 4. Otherwise, you can think of it as the number of actual characters. What are the number of actual characters? R, A, M, U. There are 4 actual characters, right? Excluding null. So 4 will be returned. Okay. Either way, you can think it. But ultimately, it will return 4. Okay. You can think of string length as the index of null character 1. Otherwise, number 2 is you can calculate or you can count the number of actual characters that is returned by string length. Okay, either or all you can think, but this is what basically the number is always same in both the cases. Okay, so there are 4 number of characters excluding null. That is why it is returned 4. Otherwise, you can say the index of the null character is 4, that's why it has returned 4. Okay, so this is how string length works. I hope it is clear to you. It is pretty simple. All you have to do is the one whose length you want to find, the string variable whose length you want to find, you have just to put it as argument in the function string length. String length will calculate the length of the character and it will return it. Then you can print it. Okay. So this was about string length. Moving on to the next one, we will discuss about string compare. Okay. Second one is what? String compare. Okay. strcmp. Okay. This is the function. So what happens in string compare is we have to take 2 strings and we have to see, we want to know whether they are same or not. Okay, to know the equalness of both the strings, we use this function called string compare. Okay, I'll show you through a program. Suppose so what we will do in the main function, we will take 2 string. Okay, I'm taking char str1. I have to give the size, right? Char 5 str2. Okay. Suppose I am initializing both of them as add a b c. Okay. Now what I can do is, as I can see these are equal, we will test with the help of string compare. So what we will do, if string compare str1 str2, if this is true, then what will be printed? pf same, otherwise else printed different. Okay, I'll write void main because I don't have space to write returns here. Okay, so here what is happening? String compare strcmp s1 s2, whatever string you are giving, it will return 0 if not same. It will return 1 if same. Okay, so whenever we have 1 means it is true, 0 means it is false. Okay, in the if condition, if both the str and str1 and str2 are equal, then only 1 is returned. 1 means true. If it is true, we will print same. If it is false, that is 0, not same. If str1 and str2 are not same, then what will be returned? 0 will be returned, so else statement will be printed. What will be printed then? Different will be printed. Okay. I hope it is pretty simple logic. There is nothing to explain in here. All you need to understand is how string compare works. String compare will return 0 if both the strings, the parameters of strings that has been provided are same. Then it will return 0. If they are different, then what will be returned? 0 will be returned. If same, then 1 will be returned. Okay. So whenever strings are same, 1 is returned. Whenever strings are different, then 0 is returned. Okay. Accordingly, you can know if it returns 0, then we say it is same. If it returns once, then we say it is same. If it returns 0, then we say it is different. Okay. I hope that's clear to you. Now moving on to the next. So next one is string reverse. STRREV. Okay. So what string reverse does is it takes the string S and reverse it. Okay. Just exactly reverse it. If suppose S is RAM. Okay. Then what is STRREV does? Now if you print S, then what will be printed? MAR will be printed. Okay. You give S to strrev, string reverse function. It will do? It will change the string to the exact opposite. Okay. It will traverse the string from end to first, that is the last index to the first index, and it will just reverse it. Okay, and produce it as the output. Okay, we'll see the program. I'm starting from main. Okay, the main function, suppose we are giving and declaring a string char 5 str is equal to skdav. Suppose this is my string. Okay, I want to reverse it and print it. Okay, so what will I do? I will simply call strrev, or I can store it somewhere as well. Nothing. It's up to you. It's totally flexible. Okay. str डाल दिया strrev में. Now string has been reversed. Once we call this statement, this skdav is reversed now. We will simply print it. What will we print? Print str. Okay. Now what will be printed? Exact opposite will be printed. Return 0. What will be printed here? VADKS. This will be the output that will be printed. Okay. Understood? So moving on to the next. So we discussed about string length and string reverse and string compare. Now we will move on to what? Fourth one is string concat. String cat. Okay. So what happens in string cat is, this is a binary function S1, S2. Okay. What happens is we take two string variables S1 and S2 and string cat simply appends them. Suppose my S1 is skdav, S2 is polytechnic. Okay. Now string cat S1 and S2 will result in string 1. String 1 में ही the resultant string is copied. String 1 will be changed as skdav polytechnic. Okay, I hope you got the idea. This will be the string. Okay, this will be the string S1 after calling string cat. Okay, that will merge the two strings or join the two strings or concat the two strings. Okay, So we will see the program. So I am calling main. In the main function, I am declaring a string called char something str1 is equal to skdav, and char, I am not specifying the size because it's pretty big. So then Polytechnic. Okay. Now what do I have to do? I have to join these two strings. I have to concat these two strings. So what will I call? String cat. strcat, string cat, str1, str2. Now what it does is, it concatenates the two string and stores the result in the first parameter, that is str1. So if you want to show the result, you have to call what? You have to print str1. So what will be print? Print str1 after concatenating, return 0. So now what will be the output? skdav Polytechnic. Okay. So I think it is pretty much clear now what string concat does. String cat does. Now lastly, we will see the operation string copy. Okay. So fifth one is string copy. Next one is string copy. In string copy, what happens is, we have to copy one string to another. We will take two variables here as well, s1, s2. So what happens in string copy is, the contents of s2 is copied to contents of s1. Okay. Suppose s2 is Ram and s1 is whatever or nothing, but after calling string copy, Ram will be copied to s1. That is what we need to understand in this. Okay. So I will show you through the program. So I am calling main. In main, I am taking character string. Character str1 is equal to nothing. Okay. Character str2 is Ram. So I want to copy this to string 1 as well. So I will do strcpy. I will call string copy. Okay, str1 to str2. Now you can print str1. You will see str1 will be containing what? Ram. So this is what string copy is. Okay. So this is what string copy is. So this was all about the 5 string functions that we studied. I hope it is clear. These are very easy because they are inbuilt function. You don't have to write the logic for it. You have to just know the usage of it. Okay. What function does what? That's all you have to remember, and you have to apply it accordingly as per the application. If comparison is needed, you can apply string compare. If length is asked, you can apply string length directly. And if you need to copy or reverse the string, you can apply string copy or string reverse accordingly. Okay. So that's all for today. We will continue in the next class starting with arrays. And if you guys have any doubt, you can post it in the comment section or you can directly reach me in WhatsApp or email. Okay. Thank you.